On a cold October day in 1849, a man was found wandering the streets of Baltimore. He was disoriented, weak, barely able to speak. His clothes did not belong to him. They were old, worn, and far too large for his frame. The man seemed confused, drifting between moments of clarity and delirium. That man was Edgar Allan Poe, one of the most influential writers in American history, a master of mystery and darkness, the creator of tales that explored madness, death, and the human psyche. But now, he himself had become part of a mystery. Just days earlier, Poe had left Richmond, Virginia. He was reportedly in good spirits. He was planning to marry again. Friends said he seemed hopeful about the future. Then he vanished. For several days, no one knew where he was, until October 3rd, when he was discovered outside a tavern in Baltimore. Witnesses describe him as pale and trembling. He could barely stand. He appeared intoxicated, yet those who knew him believed something far stranger was happening. He was taken to a hospital. There, doctors tried to question him, but Poe was not coherent. He drifted in and out of consciousness. At times, he muttered the name Reynolds. No one knew who Reynolds was. To this day, historians still debate the identity behind that name. For 4 days, Poe's condition worsened. He was restless, agitated, hallucinating. And then, on October 7, 1849, Edgar Allan Poe died. He was only 40 years old. No autopsy was performed. No official cause of death was clearly recorded. Medical records were later lost. Almost immediately, rumors began to spread. Some claimed he died from alcoholism, but friends insisted he had been sober before his disappearance. Others suggested rabies. Modern medical researchers have pointed out that some of his symptoms match the disease. There were theories of poisoning, political violence, even a practice known as cooping. Cooping was a form of election fraud common in 19th century cities. Victims were kidnapped, forced to drink alcohol, and made to vote multiple times under different disguises. The tavern where Poe was found was being used as a polling location that day. Some historians believe Poe may have been a victim of cooping. It would explain the unfamiliar clothes. It would explain his delirium. But there is no definitive proof. What makes Poe's death even more haunting is how closely it mirrored the themes of his own writing. He wrote of madness, of premature burial, of mysterious deaths and psychological torment. His stories often blurred the line between reality and nightmare. And in the end, his own life seemed to dissolve into uncertainty. Even his burial was quiet and unremarkable at first. Years later, his grave was moved and given a proper monument as his fame grew. Today, Edgar Allan Poe is remembered as a literary genius. His works continue to influence writers, filmmakers, and artists around the world. Yet the circumstances of his death remain unresolved. Was he the victim of illness, of violence, of political crime, or something else entirely? Nearly 2 centuries later, the mystery persists. A writer who mastered the art of the unknown left behind one final enigma: the mysterious death of Edgar Allan Poe. And perhaps that is fitting, because some stories, no matter how much we investigate them, refuse to reveal their ending.